As of today, China has started implementing retaliatory tariffs against the U.S. In response, the U.S. has hit back with additional tariffs, further intensifying the trade war.
중국이 오늘부터 미국에 맞서 보복관세 시행에 들어갔습니다. 미국도 상호관세로 추가 맞불을 놓으며 관세 전쟁이 격화되고 있습니다. Okay, so China has officially taken action. It seems that maybe the second trade war between China and Korea is really happening.
Yes.
But Cameron, last week, didn't you say that there was going to be a phone call
Yes.
to be arranged? What happened to the phone call?
We said that behind the scenes,
Yes.
they were trying to get a phone call. Apparently, that has not happened yet. So with Canada and Mexico, which the U.S. has also been talking about these tariffs, there has been a call. However, China and Donald Trump don't seem to be in too much of a hurry.
Yeah, they're not in a rush, are they?
So they keep putting these new tariffs in and not looking for a solution, at least officially, right?
So what is China doing? What kind of tariffs are they hitting back with?
So these were already announced. Some of the tariffs include a 10% tariff on U.S. crude oil and agricultural machinery. 미국산 원유와 농기계 등의 10%, and then 15% on coal and natural gas. 석탄과 전력가스의 15%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if this happens, how much will the U.S. be affected? Is this going to have a big impact on U.S.'s economy?
Well, it's interesting. A lot of analysts are saying that these tariffs might not have a big impact.
Really?
Yeah, 사실상 미국에 큰 타격을 주지 않을 것이라는 전망도 있어요. It's because a lot of these products, including the oil, China doesn't really get a lot of them from the U.S.
Yeah.
So even though they have these tariffs, the amount is just so small, it may not hurt American business so much. However, they're saying that China might be using this as like a bargaining chip.
For negotiation
협상
purposes.
카드로 쓰고 있지 않을까.
So that maybe when they do make the phone call,
Yes.
hey, we're going to do this, so come on, work with us. But they also say that Trump is planning to put tariffs on other countries. It's kind of like, hey, you tax our stuff, we're going to tax your stuff.
Right, yes. So he was focusing first on Canada, Mexico,
Yes.
China. Now it seems like his focus is going a little broader. Some of these countries, for example, that are importing steel, so they're coming from the foreign country into the United States.
Right.
Steel and aluminum.
25%, I heard.
Yes. So these kind of more broad-based tariffs are the things that Trump is looking at next.
It's interesting. 상호관세. We talked about 보복관세 and 상호관세. And so we talked about that before the show, right, Cameron?
Yes.
Retaliatory tariffs. We talked about the word retaliate.
Yes.
But the 상호관세 is a little bit different.
Yeah, there's a nuance different here.
Yes.
So retaliatory tariffs might be like 보복관세, right? Like you're getting revenge.
Yes.
Whereas this 상호관세, we might say, in English as reciprocal tariffs.
Reciprocal.
Yeah.
More of a kind of even, like, you know.
To even it out,
yes,
right?
Yes.
상호, it sounds a little nicer.
Than attacking.
Right, than attacking.
Okay.
So reciprocal, of course, is spelled RECIPROCAL.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Goes both ways.
That's good. Okay. Well, I hope that Korea is, it kind of concerns me regarding the steel and aluminum because, we've got a lot of steel that's being produced in Korea.
Yes.
So I hope that, it doesn't have such a a negative impact.
That is what we'll be looking at next.
Yeah.
Steel as well as automobiles.
Yeah,
Something else that
automobiles.
Trump has been talking about recently. We'll see what announcements regarding tariffs in that regard.
Okay, let us quickly talk about this word implement. China has started implementing retaliatory tariffs. So if you implement something, there are two definitions in Korean, 시행하다 and 실행하다. So it's kind of, but there is a little bit of a difference, isn't there? How so?
Well, I think here with implement, we often use it for a law or a tax.
Yeah.
In this case, a tariff.
Right.
So maybe something more official like a 시행하다, right?
Yes.
Might work more than the other option.
Right.
So you can implement a new tax, for example. It's
Right.
a rule that is going to have to be followed, and if you do not follow it, you might have some trouble coming your way.
Right. So it's to carry out, to put into action. And but of course, when we use the word like implement a new software, it's a little bit different, isn't
Yeah,
there?
that's almost like introduce, right?
Yeah, okay.
So to implement, I think that maybe all the translations are not one for one in this case with English and
very
Korean.
good. All right. Let me read that again. As of today, China has started implementing retaliatory tariffs against the U.S. In response, the U.S. has hit back with additional tariffs, further intensifying the trade war.